Hey everyone, it's M4J here, and welcome back to Blue Vale here on City Skylines, and welcome to take 2 of me trying to record this video. Very annoyingly, take 1, I had my microphone muted. I was recording some stuff for the day job earlier and had my mic muted because of that, and forgot to unmute it. Just totally and utterly forgot to. My god, that ambulance is going hell for leather, isn't it? Totally forgot to unmute it, so that's on me. I'm an idiot. So we're gonna have another crack. Basically, not a lot to write home about that I was talking about that, you know, particularly important. That looks horrible. Can I get that track to not be buried the way it was? The answer to that, I hope, is yes. But I don't know. This is fine. It's not the end of the world. You can always use a different texture here if needed. Basically, what did I do? So, this here is our new Tram Square. For those of you who've watched my Cities in Motion series, you'll remember what Tram Square was. That always spawns there, which is really annoying as well. So it's a district style editor, which is kind of useful actually, but I don't want to see it right in the middle of my screen all the time. This is my new Tram Square. It's very good, very useful. This hospital here that I've built, I am going to actually have it on like a little loop road, possibly that comes off here, goes down there, comes back up here, just so that, you know, ambulances aren't screeching out onto the main road like they currently are, because that's kind of annoying. So those sirens are annoying, incredibly annoying. So we're going to mute that for a second. So yeah, this is the new Tram Square. If you've watched my Cities in Motion series, you'll know what Tram Square is. We've got 3 lines here, and you might notice we have crossovers at the ends here. This is a really cool mod called the Reversible Tram. I think it's Reversible Tram AI mod, and this allows trams to, as the name suggests, reverse. Now, what's really cool about these is it means I don't have to build these stupid loops like we had before. So we don't have tram lines crossing here anymore. The tram will come in, stop, reverse. Now, at the point I noticed I wasn't actually recording audio for this episode, I was talking about what we were doing with this first tram line. This first tram line is going to come down here into a triangular shaped junction here, where one line will spur off that way, one line will spur off this way. The one that comes this way is actually going to tunnel under here and back up on this side of the road. It was going to run down the middle, but then I encountered a problem, which is what do we do here? Because this is way too tall to go over. We can't go under because there's the railway line. So the solution was to come around this way and then around under this bridge here, or these bridges here. And there will also be a road from here that goes out that way as well, and it'll just look really nice and really cool. Once it gets to this side, it'll swerve back this way, and it'll come along, and then it'll dive under the road here, and it'll pop up in the middle of this road over here. Now, eventually, I think this will get replaced with a more, I think light metro is probably the best way of saying it, where it won't be a tram and it won't be a metro, but it will be tram vehicles on tram tracks, but operating to like a metro frequency. I think the best way of describing that is light metro. I am also looking actually, and I think here, when it comes under, it should do like a U shape, then dive underground, and then when it resurfaces, it will be more this way. And then it can run through the center of this road here. It'll cross over this junction here. So I might actually have to redo this junction, because I believe the way I did it was, yeah, the node is there, and I kind of want the node in the center. So we're going to redo that, and there'll be another junction somewhere around here, and then we'll come down to here, and there'll be another triangular junction inside a park kind of area in here, and then one line is going to spur off in this direction. It's going to join up with this avenue, turn into a tram avenue, and then over here it will then start running through Blue Shores. At Blue Shores there'll be a point where it will reverse. I kind of think it'll be over here right now, because I believe if I check somewhere in here, I believe I have, is it that one? That's one, but I think I have another one where trams can actually reverse. Yes. that one. How that would work with everything else around here, I'm not entirely sure. Whoops. If I was just to upgrade this temporarily, you can see... I mean, first of all, that looks horrendous. But second of all, you can kind of get an idea as to how this is going to work. I believe there are other better roads. I mean, I suppose there's that one. I think there's also some that don't have the... don't have the tram tracks, and then I can add it there. So I was just completely lost in thought then as to what I was doing. I would like one with cycle lanes as well. That'd be cool. This is one... oh, this promenade road. That might kind of work. It looks horrendous. Oh, I see what it's done. Yeah, I see what it's done. That's not going to work at all. And we've also got... that's it in terms of our options here, actually. So this line will probably have to extend further. That's not the one I wanted either. I mean, again, that's cool. You can have terminating platforms in the middle and through ones on the outside. But that's also not what I wanted. And that's back to where we were before. I will find a solution to this problem. But right now, it doesn't appear to be any of the options present here. So we will come up with a better alternative. I'm also debating somewhere. There it is. Using something more like this. And just having it run like this for now. Now, what would be cool is, as I said, the reversible section. And to be honest, the reversible section we could just stick up here and use it as a temporary terminus. I believe I have the mod enabled so that I can, in fact, do that. But there's only one way to find out, and that's to actually try and do it. Let's just do... does that work? No. Where's the track? I don't actually know where the track is there. I'll find one that works. I will find one that works. There, that one. You. Boom. Right. We could try that. I still don't know where the tram tracks are. I feel like they're supposed to be in the middle, but there's something not quite right. Let's just find a bit of flat ground and find out what's going on here. It's like the tracks aren't being rendered. Those are the platforms, but there's no track. Which is interesting. Because that's kind of useful to what I'm trying to do right now. I suppose there's this one. That does have track. Cool. So if I went back over here. And used this one instead. Yeah, there's our track. Okay, we could try that for now. That is a lot hillier than I thought. I did not realise it was that hilly. I'm going to use Move It to fix that as well. So yeah, that's the basic plan for today. Getting the tram somewhat up and running, but also trying to build some other parts of the districts around here, street layouts, that kind of thing, because there's no point having a really nice tram line if there's nowhere for it to stop. So hopefully we'll get some more residential, some more office, all that kind of stuff in here. And yeah, we'll go from there. So sit back, relax, and let's get on with it, shall we? So as you can see, I'm having some trouble with this particular part of the build. For some reason, the game just does not want me to build a Y-shaped junction here. Even if I did it like this, see how I mean, it's not as bad here, I suppose. I could probably use Move It to make it look a little bit nicer, but you can see how it just does not want to go. It's crazy. That's a little bit better. I can live with that. Maybe the slope here had something to do with it as well. But for a tram junction, this should suffice. And if I come back in now and pop the fences back in. There we go. That's a lot better. Alright, back on with the build. Alright, we are pretty much done for the episode, I think. Now, once again, we've run into some problems. The trams don't seem to, well, they don't seem to work. So I don't know what's going on with that. Whether it's, again, something I've done, whether it's something the game's done, who knows. What I do know is it's slightly on the annoying side that we're not going to get to see this working today. Hopefully, I can have a little fiddle around with it in a little bit and see if I can make it work that way. Because if not, that would actually be quite frustrating. Because I was quite looking forward to seeing some trams shuttling backwards and forwards. It could well be that I've got the wrong type of tram. I haven't got the one that is compatible with the reversible tram. But then I don't know what would be. This one maybe? And I could just add a load and see which ones work. If any. Oh, one tried then. One definitely tried. Let's do that. And see if anything happens. It's really annoying because I really would have liked to have seen the trams, like I said. Said that a few times now. But you never know. It might just be a case of I haven't enabled the mod properly or something like that. So I'm going to go back and enable just the one tram that I wanted to operate on this line. Then I'm going to go see if I can figure out what's going on with this mod. But for the most part, I'm pretty happy with this line. There are obviously things that I wish I could change. For example, having this in the center of the road would have been ideal, but the node controller just wasn't making it possible, unfortunately. Also, this new side street that I built up here that I haven't actually done anything with. So let's fix that. And then there's a few things in the city center that I would do slightly differently as well. For example, I mean, these sections here, these triangular junctions look really cool, and I'm quite happy with that, and I'm quite happy with this station in the middle as well, to be honest. I think that looks pretty cool, although there we go. We'd like to get rid of those because they're kind of annoying. I don't know how it's going to look with this other platform there. I might have to do some jigging around just to stop that from being an issue. Either that, or if I use the ones without fences and they can just kind of blend into each other. This here also, so this section here is fine, and this little section, oh, I forgot to add the stops here. 1 second. There we go. I had a feeling I'd forgotten some. But yeah, this bit here I'm not happy with, and you could see earlier on I was trying to do something similar here. I think I'm missing some assets. I think it's as simple as that. Little assets that would make that look a little bit nicer. Similar story over in this section as well. I would have preferred this to have been a tunnel, and to be honest, most of this as well would have been cool as a tunnel, but you never know. Might end up being the case in the future. Have we had any trains through here? I did wonder if it was just because of the time of day as well, maybe because it was early morning that we haven't had any, but nope, genuinely haven't had any. This stop here as well above the tunnel, I do kind of like that. I might in the future use Move It or something just to scooch this a little bit closer to that road there, because I think that would look cool. But otherwise, yeah, that's about it for this episode. There's not a lot else really that we could be doing. What on earth are you doing? I need to add parking around here as well. That's something else I was going to do. How to do that, I have no idea right now, but it's on the list of things to do. It is on the list of things to do for sure. So I think, you know, big shopping district like this, as it will be eventually, you're gonna need parking, otherwise people aren't going to get here. Also, why is no one living here? That's also interesting. So we've got a big demand for housing, medium demand for residential zone, but I see that as that's demand, and yet no one's moving in here, or I know people are moving in there, so it's just that other one. It's a bit strange. Traffic is somewhat flowing, so that's fine. This side here we need to redo anyway, because the trams are going to be hopefully the trams are going to be running through at some stage. I might just, for the hell of it, right now, build another tram depot and see if it was the tram depot that was causing the problem. Let's see if I can squeeze it. I mean, there's fine. Obviously gonna have to power it somehow, unless it does reach. No, that's a shame. So power like so, and then water. That's gonna be fairly easy because there's gonna be stuff built along here in the future anyway. So there we go. That should now be working, and it is good stuff. Let's reroute the tram to this depot and see if the problem... Wait. That's a tram. Are you working? Are you working? Are you working? I don't know. I have no idea. You don't seem to be unbunching, but there is a tram on the line, which is incredibly exciting and also incredibly confusing. How did you actually get there? That's the next question. I don't know how you got there. I'm going to swap depots anyway. Yeah, that's really... I genuinely don't know how we've done that, but we have. I think, as well, if we do budget control, again. Any second now. There we go. I think another vehicle came out then as well. Yeah, look. So it's the depot that seems to be the problem. Not necessarily the line. Okay. Although we'll see what happens when this tram reaches the end. Anyway, I am going to wrap this episode up here, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. And, of course, if you're enjoying the series so far. Yeah, don't forget to hit the like button if you've enjoyed the series so far. I thought I said something differently then. Don't forget to drop those comments down below with ideas for future episodes, or drop those comments down below if you don't want to drop them. Apart from that, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to the channel, thank you guys for your continued support. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and until next time, I will see you soon.